Hey all, it's Matt here from Affirmation NFT. I just wanted to share a bit of nugget of information that I came across the other day that I think you guys will find useful. In my minting scripts that I've sort of shared with you all, you'll notice, for those of you that have been a bit curious, that when you go to the actual minting transaction itself for the NFT collection, um, where you actually create the token rather, there's sort of options here for supplying keys to that transaction. Now, as you can see here in my scripts at the moment, I'm just using the same key as the operator key. I didn't really know any different, and that's kind of what I'd used. And that's what's in the scripts at the moment. Nothing immediately wrong with that, so no major panic necessarily, if you like. But what I realize is that then if you use this approach, you are inherently tying the private key for your account to the purpose that you've allocated it in this routine. So if I ever updated my key from my account, it would then sort of fall out of sync with this a little bit. I still think you'd probably be able to retain a copy of the old key and to, then use that for the purpose intended as the key when you wanted to work with the SDK with it. So there wouldn't be anything wrong as long as you retain a copy of it. But for me, I felt a little uncomfortable having made that sort of intrinsic link between those two components. So I think it sort of fits purpose to have a list of keys that you generate and that you use consistently for that purpose when you are minting or creating tokens in this way. This probably isn't new news for people that are, have been in the game for quite a while. But for anybody that's new to it, I sort of thought, right, okay, if I'm going to do this now and I've learned this, I would like to just simply generate a set of keys for each of these purposes, and then I would use them for that purpose if I wanted to when I was minting the tokens and whatnot. So I've created a new little script in here called generate keys. It very simply has an array list of the different purposes, if you like, that are sort of keys are used for when you mint the token or create the token. And then I've just gone through and laid this out for you, so you can run this again and again and again and again. There's no sort of drama, but when you've run it and you actually want to save and store those keys, obviously you need to do it at that point in time. It doesn't store this information anywhere. It just will log it to the terminal, and that's it. When it's gone, it's gone. So very simply in here, if I run my script and I go bam, done, it's going to basically spit out the information for the admin key, for the supply key, for the pause key, freeze key, wipe key, and I would want to grab this and, as per the note, save it somewhere safe. And then when you're coming back to use those keys for perhaps the different functions within that script, you can then use them as intended and keep these keys for that purpose specifically. That way your account isn't directly tied to the key for that purpose with those tokens you've created, and it gives you that flexibility of being able to reset your account key without there really being any direct link to these functions that you've denoted these keys for when you've minted a token. I'm hoping that makes sense. I know it's probably a little bit to take in if you're brand new to it, but just a quick recap. When you mint a token, you have certain purposes or functions that you can apply keys to for different reasons. So admin key, supply key, pause key, freeze key, and a wipe key. I won't go into the ins and outs of those. You can look them up in the docs and have a read about them. But as you can see here, they're all using the same key at the moment. My thinking at the moment is that those should be entirely separated out and independent of your account. So this new generate keys sort of script that I'll upload into the repo will allow you to generate a list of keys like this that you can then stick into the environment file and use for that purpose. Okay, I'm going to sign off there and leave that there for now. I will come back when I have finished off the burn script. I've just got that working, which is good. I just want to tidy it up and make sure I've got this all ironed out properly before I share that one with you. Other than that, I hope you're all well and signing off. Cheers.